your best. As your friend, I'll never let you down.
All right, so when I first came, I came at, well, super late at night, like 1 a.m. Normally I don't come in this late, but like I had no choice because like I had to get like a super fast flight to get down here to make it in time for Halloween. All right, so this is that hostel that I stayed at. You can see right here on the side of the screen, Black Lima Hostel. It was pretty nice. I mean, this is what the outside looks like. It's right here on the right hand side, next to this average pub. Really hard to find it, especially at nighttime because there's no clear signs. And I mean, this is what the rooms look like pretty much. So it's like $9 a night, $9 to $11. And then you gotta rent a towel, which is not included. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty nice, and this was like my saving grace, right? Anytime I got like a bad Airbnb, I just came here. Because unfortunately, more than once I got bad Airbnb. All right, so let's jump into the Airbnb app. After the first night at the hostel, I went to check into this place. All right, so on the day that I was supposed to stay at this place, the host messaged me, said, hey, there's something wrong with the hot water heater, so we're gonna put you in a different place. So the place they put me in looked like the Bruce Wayne penthouse. It was right near the sea. It was beautiful. It was huge. It was like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, huge kitchen, had washer dryer, everything. So it was really nice. So I stayed there for a night and a day, and then the next day they messaged me to say, hey, like the room is ready now, everything's fixed. So I hop into this other one, this one right here, right? Boom, boom, boom. We go out to this one. Now the problem with this one was that as soon as I got there, my heart dropped right away compared to the other one, right? Because this one was like, it looked way older, more older than it did in the photos. And also it had like some sort of weird smell. So like the longer I stayed there, the more I started to feel sick. So I got the heck out of there, and then I went back to a hostel. Yeah, man, it was a pain. It's like a bait and switch. So pretty much, I had to call Airbnb support. Well, I messaged the host first saying, hey, like, do you have another unit? He's like, no. So, I messaged Airbnb support, and then they got me a refund. But Airbnb took like $225 as their fee, and I only stayed I didn't even stay one night at this place. How does that justify it? So that was a bunk. That was a waste of time. That one cost $1,096.10. However, I got back most of it minus $225, which Airbnb kept. So pretty much I lost $225 right there. So then after that one, let's see, I got tired of the effery, and then we stayed at this one pretty much for a whole month. So look at this one. I think I have video. I might put video up of this one. But look at this. This is really nice. The internet was pretty good speed too. Yeah, this one was nice and clean. Didn't have no bad smell at all. And a much more newer building as well. So this one was way more expensive. Ended up paying about how much? $1,873.20. Oof. That's with Airbnb fees and everything. That was expensive, but hey, at least I got what I paid for, right? Something without a bad smell. So, I mean, that was that for that month. And then the next month is more of an adventure. So let me see. After that, we stayed here only for about 8 days because they didn't have the other days were booked. So I stayed this one. It was pretty nice. Only problem is like in the bathroom, it had like some sort of weird, it had a cigarette smell, like from the neighbor smoking. So if I turn on the air vents, the smell goes away. I mean, that was the only bad thing about it. And for this one, for only 8 days, I paid how much? $471.93. Oof. That's like what, I think $50 a day or something. Yeah. And then after that, let me see, we moved because they didn't have vacancy. So I moved to this one. Let's see, it looked like this. It looked just like the pictures when I got there. The only problem is like it had some weird smell, like paint or wood or something. I couldn't tell what it was, but like I looked in one of the closets and I found like paint buckets and stuff. So I got rid of those, but even after I got rid of them, the room still smelled. It had like a weird, strong smell that was like also making me sick. I canceled that. They gave me a refund, but how much did I pay for this? It says $207.69, and I only stayed there for how long? 3 days, pretty much. So I got out of this one, right? And then we went up to this one. Hey, they sent me a refund for this. Huh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Well, that's nice. They gave me a refund. So this one was hosted by the guy that I stayed in previously, where the room had like in the bathroom, the vent smelled like cigarette from the neighbor. So I thought it was gonna be okay, but like when I got there, it looked way older than this. Plus it had like water damage on the side, and it had like a weird musty smell. It's probably a cigarette smell or something, right? So like I messaged the host, I'm like, hey, I can't stay here. This is older than I expected and it has a bad smell. So I ended up staying at the Hilton next door, and that cost a pretty penny, like about $150 after taxes. So pretty much, you know, that was a kind of waste. Yep, well, $63.91 and then $63.22. So Airbnb took a few cents from that fee. And then after I told them that, they say, hey, like, you know, the one you stayed at before is available again. So I stayed there again for only 2 days. How much did I spend for that one? I'm guessing like $136.94. That's with the Airbnb fees and taxes. So pretty much like $65 a night. And then I went back, after this I went back to the hostel, and then, you know, I took my flight back out of Peru. But pretty much, I mean, if we add everything up, you know, you can see the total cost, first month and second month. First month, I guess it's really expensive, roughly like a bit over $2,000. That's way too much, more than like I even was planning to spend, you know, but the whole cigarette smoke thing just threw me off, man. And then the second month, I haven't added it all up yet, but like, you know, we'll see the total here. But all in all, like typically I always want to spend, you know, on rent, maybe like $800 maximum, you know, like, and always looking for something, you know, cheaper. But, you know, this is a Miraflores area, and Airbnb is always going to be more expensive. And if I find an apartment, you know, I have to stay there for a bit longer term. So like in this situation, I was just like checking out, you know, the place, you know, reuniting with some friends, and I wanted to scope it out before, you know, committing to something longer. So pretty much, you know, that's the roundup. Cost of living in Lima, Peru for apartments. Zones to live in. There's not many zones. There's Miraflores, there's Surco, there's Barranco, and there's an area called, I think it's called Lince or something like that. I can't speak for it because I know nothing about it. But just pretty much just 3 areas in Lima that, you know, I would recommend. It's pretty safe, and this is where all the foreigners stay at. So for gyms, there are two options. There's like a no-name gym, had nobody inside, and I don't know what the price is. It looked like it was probably cheaper. And then the Smart Fit. So Smart Fit here is a bit different. I mean, it usually does get packed, but it's not as packed as like say in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. So I mean, you know, that's pretty much the biggest chain, and you know, one option that you can take. I don't know what the monthly costs are. I have to ask my friend, but like for 1 week it's like about $25. So you know, there you go. And food. I'm going to show you grocery run. Too many. $9.50 for 15. I guess these are organic. This one's 15. bread. I want a queso. Alright, $26, there we go. It's expensive. $10.90. $2.50 for all this. Alright, so let's come over here where there's more lights. So if we look at the damages, 34 pesos, $89. But aside from the grocery run, man, food is delicious and food is not that expensive. Yeah, Peruvian food is really delicious. Like, I didn't know anything about Peruvian cuisine, about coming. I experienced everything when I was here. So I can say that, man, you don't know until you tried, until you come here, you tried it. There's so many different types of like dishes that they have. It's delicious. So there you go. That's the cost of living in Lima, Peru. So let me know your thoughts. You know, would you consider living here? Or are you considering living here? And what are the things that are holding you back? Let me know down in the comments below. And so I'm here living the life that I want. Why aren't you? Subscribe now to learn more. And until next time, peace.